Hello everyone, I'm Erica of beadingschool.com and you are watching my weekly open beading workshop, No One Has to Bead Alone. Today we are going to work on Susie's design, the ZINNIA pendant, and I can't wait to start. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I don't see any comments coming in yet, and I would love to know if everything is all right before we start. I see Joe here and Debbie and Cindy. Good morning, Cindy. And Ula says, loud and clear. Thank you so much, Ula, for letting me know. That's always like a big relief moment. And Mary and Belinda and Sherry and Linda and Margaret and Kimberly, Malka, Eve, Catherine, Lita, Rachel, other Mary, Sarah, Corinne, Jennifer, Malia, Katja, Carol, Bonnie, Connie, Catherine, and Lita says I'm backwards. Let's see. Is it better now? So, today we are going to work on ZINNIA, and it is a jewel from the Dream of Sibylla collection, just as the ones that we were working on lately. And the tutorial, it's waiting for you at the usual place. I will share with you the screen to make sure that you can find it. So you need to go to NoOneHasToBead.com or to beadingschool.com and then click the link to take you to the No One Has to Bead Alone site. And then usually you have two options. Either you can choose the support the broadcast version or the download the tutorial for free version. That is our helping hand to make sure that you can join no matter what. Today, both versions work. However, both versions are set to the price of 0. So if you click the support version, then you will then the tutorial, the PDF file, will be automatically added to your shopping basket. You see it's 0 here, and then you can just place your order as usually. And here is the tutorial. So as you can see, it works super easy to check out. Or the other way, you can click the yellow button, type in your email address, click the send button, and it will arrive to your inbox in a matter of some seconds. The reason why today both versions are set to 0 is because actually I would love to ask for your help. There is a project out there that I follow for more than a year now. And anyway, I wanted to talk about them, to talk about this project during this theme, since it's very much connected to nature research and butterflies. And I think most of you know that during these months, our source of inspiration is an amazing woman, Maria Sibylla Marian, who traveled to South America, to Suriname, to study and draw all kinds of animals, but with special attention to butterflies and their transformation. And we get inspired by the butterflies themselves and also by the story of this amazing woman. So there is a project out there that I wanted to tell you about anyway, but this week something happened that I actually decided that I would like to ask for your help. in supporting this project. So before we would start beading, please allow me to tell you about a special lady called Hannah. So Hannah, I actually know her for about 20 years in person. She and also her partner Jonas are ecologists, and they are on a huge bike trip. Let me show you their journey, just a second. So they started out from Germany and biked already through Europe, and then in Turkey they entered Asia, and you can see here the route. They even biked in Pakistan, and now they are in the Nepal, and now they are in India. And I think I see Hannah as she's kind of a modern day Maria Sibylla Marian. So on their way, they are documenting the relationship of humans and nature. They are visiting organizations that are mapping and doing their best to preserve biodiversity, and they are documenting it all on their Instagram channel, so you can also follow them there if you got interested. The project is called Biking for Biodiversity. Here, they are posting every day really interesting stories, and it's amazing to follow them. And while I would like to ask for your help today is because while traveling in India, they needed to take a bus, and they put their precious bikes on the top of the bus, as it's customary in India with oversized luggage. However, the bus got into a close encounter with a big strong tree, and now the bikes are super badly damaged, and it's actually not possible at the moment for them to continue their journey without the help of their followers. So if you got interested and you think that this is something valuable that these guys are doing, I really think so, then Hannah sent me their PayPal address. It's contact@bikingforbiodiversity.org. And I know that they will really, really appreciate every small and big donation that you can afford. So I hope you got interested, and please check it out anyway. If you can help or not, just read their stories also. It's amazing. So thank you so much for your time, so I could tell you about them. And thank you so much in advance for everyone who decides to help or leave them an encouraging comment. Lita, thank you for asking. She asks, will you post this information someplace? Yes, after we finished beading, then I will post this same little picture with their PayPal address into on the Beading School Facebook page and club, so you don't have to note it down now. So let's get to beading. Just a sec, I'm adjusting my screen. So let's see what will we need for the ZINNIA pendant. So as the focal of the motif, we will use a 12mm rivoli cabochon. Then we will also need 12 pieces of PaisleyDuos, 6 pairs. And Then we will also need some 4mm Preciosa nacre cabochons. Those sit nicely on the edge between pairs of paisleys. And besides that, also some true two beads. Those are included in the front of the bezel between the Miyuki Delica beads. From the seed beads, you will need size 15 and size 11 round Miyuki seed beads. In size 15, you can go for one color or two colors. It's up to you. I will use this time one color only, but on the illustrations and of course in the PDF tutorial, you will see the different colors that Zuzi made up for you. You will also need some size 11 Miyuki Delica beads, and those are like what you absolutely need for this, but as always, you can totally personalize this motif, so the rest is up to you. You can add a glass drop in metal setting as Zuzi did, or you can pair it with a crystal connector. You can even make earrings if you like bigger motifs. I have one motif already finished and it would totally work. This is for comparison, so you see that it's okay also for an earring. But if you want to make a pendant or necklace, then that's also possible. So ladies, do you have any questions about the material list? I will scroll down through the back through the comments a little bit because I did not have enough time to pay attention to that too during these past minutes. So I will check if anyone has a question. In the meanwhile, Antoinette joined us, and Marta, and Julie, and Robin, Kristen, many other beading friends, and Renee is here. And Mary said, I studied ecology in college. I would gladly contribute to their vital work. I will look for the info. Thank you so much, Mary. And Elaine is here. And Erica says, another new bezel. Indeed, so many ways to bezel some beautiful cabochons. So if you don't have any more questions about the material list, then I will switch to my hand camera and I will switch to the illustrations. And again, please let me know if you can still hear me and see my hands before we would start beading. So this is my version, by the way. And here are my illustrations. I will hide the picture now. So as you can see, I beaded it in Sibylla colors, but my next one will be very different. And thank you, Catherine and Cindy, asking how was my visit with my family and friends and the treasury. It was wonderful. Okay, and Carol says, can still see and hear you. So then let's start beading. We will start with a bunch of seed beads and true two beads. I will zoom in a little bit. And let's get started. So I pick up groups of size 15 seed beads, then Miyuki Delica beads, and true two beads. Every group will consist of around 15, a Delica, a true two, and another Delica. So 4 beads on my needle, and I need this combination 6 times altogether. So magic number 6, there will be 6 true 2s, 6 round 15s, however 12 Miyuki Delicas, as every group includes 2 Miyuki Delicas. And hi Sophie, good to see you too. So one more time, round 15 Delica, true 2 Delica. This was the second group. Round 15 Delica, true 2 Delica. This was the third group. Round 15 Delica, true 2 Delica. Fourth group. Round 15 Delica, true 2 Delica. Fifth group. And the final one, round 15 Delica, true 2 Delica. I will put everything here on the end of my thread, leaving a 10-12 centimeter long tail, and make a quick check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 true 2s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 round 15s. So now I need to join all of these into a circle. So I bead through all the beads carefully one more time. I do my best not to skip anything. In the meanwhile, Lutka also joined us. Good to see you, Lutka. Just a moment. I managed to tangle my thread a little bit, so I need to untie it. It's okay now already. So I continue beading until I cross all the beads, and then I continue until I will be exiting the second Delica bead that I picked up. A Delica bead that is after a true 2 bead, not before. That is very important to note. So this is how it looks like at the moment, my little circle. I also would like to greet Anita and a bunch of Facebook user friends, because if you are watching from the Beading School Facebook club, then I might not see your name if you haven't given permission yet to my broadcasting program to see you. In the second step, we are adding Miyuki Delica beads exactly where the round 15s are located. So I'm exiting a Delica after a true 2 before a round 15, and then I pick up a new Delica. I skip the round 15 and I bead through a Delica, true 2 Delica. When I pull my thread, then the round 15 will be pushed slightly towards the middle of the circle. So it's kind of peyote, it's actually peyote, but instead of skipping one bead, beading through one bead, I skip one bead, but then I bead through 3. So, is this clear, ladies? How is it going? And Eve says, I love green with this color palette. So using green pearls with this motif. Dear Eve, I'm actually using green PaisleyDuos this time. You will see in a little while. Facebook user friend says, Happy Friday. And another Facebook user friend is saying hi. Hello, ladies, welcome. Crystal clear. Someone says, thank you so much for letting me know how it's going. I'm adding my 5th new Delica and my final 6th Delica. And after the 6th Delica, I bead through Delica through to Delica and also the very first Delica that I added in this step. So this is how it looks like. Please remember, this is going to be the front of your bezel. The front and the back are not identical in this case. And hi Kata, so good to see you. And let's see what's happening in step 3. In step 3, we are going to connect the Delicas that we added in steps 2, so this on the outside edge of the circle, with a bigger group of beads. Afterwards, our motif will temporarily look like a lacy star. So I pick up 2 pieces of round 15s, a Delica, a round 15, another Delica, and 2 more round 15s. So this is how the new group of beads looks like. So 2 round 15s, Delica, round 15, Delica, 2 more round 15s. And I bead through the next Delica added in step 2. I repeat this 5 more times to make my motif complete. And Donna joined us. Hi, Donna. And Cindy. And Marta says, thank you so much, Marta, for your input. Green is the complement to purple on the color wheel. I always use a little green when I use purple violet beads for a little pop of a favorite combination. Marta has a background in design, so I always love reading her valuable input about colors. Thank you so much. And then a Facebook user friend is saying, hi ladies, was wondering what we would be doing with the 12mm cabochon. And finally, we have a solution for it. Actually, there might be another idea coming up for 12mm cabochon because our team is not over yet. I actually have 2 designs, 3, oh my god, 3 lined up, which I haven't showed you yet. So there is still plenty of time and plenty of opportunities to get immersed in the world of the dream of Sibylla. I will reveal one of the designs today because it's actually going to be our next No One Has to Bead Alone design, and it will be a super special one next week on the 7th of July, because one of my friends, designers, is going to join us, and it's a design by her. So it will be a very nice occasion to come together. I'm now picking up the last group of beads, and after beading through the Delica, I also bead through some more beads. I will actually bead, I need to exit a middle around 15 in the middle of a group, and I will bead to the second one because I like to start not right away from the first, but from the second or third group to make sure that the design doesn't get deformed. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And can you maybe guess, ladies, that who is going to be our guest next week? I'm curious if you can guess. It is a fellow designer who was already our guest during a coffee time with Erica, or No One Has to Be the One. So you already know her. In the meanwhile, let's see what's happening in step 4. In step 4, I am connecting the in step 4, I am connecting the round 15s in the middle of the groups that I have added in the previous step. To do that, I pick up groups of 5 seed beads, a round 15, round 11, Delica, round 11, round 15. So this is always the group. Round 15, round 11, Delica, round 11, round 15, and then I bead through the next round 15 in the middle of the next group. So as you can see, this is pulling the points of the stars together, and we will actually close this part behind the cabochon. And I'm repeating it 5 more times. So round 15, round 11, Delica, round 11, round 15, and then beading through the round 15 in the middle of the group added in the previous step. And while I am repeating this, let's see if someone could guess it. So Robin says Terry, Lita says maybe Chloe, Carol says is it Vicky? Also Facebook user friend, Donna says Vicky Roberts, Corinne says Chloe, and Antoinette also says Vicky. And ladies, you guessed it right, most of you. So indeed, Vicky will join us next week for a No One Has to Bead Alone. I can promise that it will be lots of fun. And at the end of today's lesson, I will show you what we are going to bead together. I have just beaded the first half of the earring that Vicky designed for you, and it's a super nice one, I can promise. And Dawn joined us. In the meanwhile, good to see you, Dawn. I need 2 more groups. Martha says, I love your surprises. I'm really happy about that because I love cooking up surprises for you ladies. During the past week, I was visiting the treasury, and together with Andrea, we were cooking up many new plans for you. So I added all the 6 groups, and I need to finish by exiting a Miyuki Delica in the middle of one of the newly added groups. I pull my thread tight. Oh. But I also, before pulling it completely tight, I need to add my cabochon, of course. And this time I'm using a yellow one. It's a light topaz glass cabochon. So I will have a yellow and brown and green nature-inspired motif today. So, ladies, let me know how it's going. I hope it's going well with you. So this is how it looks like at the moment. The part of the bezel that we did first, with the true tools, it's the front of the cabochon. It's on the front of the cabochon. And now the fully seed beaded one is going to be the back side. And let's see step 6 when we are pulling it tight. We are going to connect the Miyuki Delicas in the middle of the groups that we added in the previous step in a very easy and fast way. So I'm exiting a Delica. I pick up around 11 and then I bead through the next Delica bead. I pull my thread tight and you see that the shape is changing. The middle of the groups, middle beads, get pulled together behind the cabochon. And I repeat this 5 more times, exiting a Delica, I pick up around 11, and then I bead through the next Delica bead. Renee says, coming along well, finishing up front of the cabochon. I'm super happy to hear that, Renee. Are you working with the original Sibylla colors, or do you have some other colors on your bead mat today? I haven't used these dark bronze metallic seed beads in a while. They are one of my favorites, so I'm happy to get back to them today. And Renee says, I'm trying out some blues today. I think this will look great in blue shades. After adding the last round 11 between the Delica beads, I need to connect the round 11s to each other. So I will bead one more or maybe even 2 more circles to stabilize everything. And I bead only through the round 11s that I have just added. Oh, one of our beader friends need to start over. I'm sorry to hear that, but I am sure that on the second try, everything will fall into place and it will be clear and much more easier than for the first time. And if you need any help still, then please make sure to post a picture in the Beading School Club and we will be there to help you. In the meanwhile, I finished beading all around the motif and I connected the round 11s to each other. So now I actually have a little star sitting on the back of my bezel. I really like it. And afterwards, I need to bead to the edge of the motif because the bezel itself, the beads holding the cabochon in place, is done. And this was actually the part where we needed to work a lot, but the next part with the paisleys, it will be super fast. So I need to bead all the way until I am exiting a Delica bead that I added in step 2. So that is one of the Delica beads that is in one line with around 15. And Robin says, I'm changing my Delica color after hearing the advice about green making the purple pop. Marta, your advice is very much appreciated. And let's see what's happening in step 8. I will be adding beads, groups of beads between the Delicas added in step 2. So I'm exiting a Delica bead and now I pick up a Delica. I pick up a PaisleyDuo through its thin side around 11, another PaisleyDuo through its thin side, and another Delica. The paisleys should be facing each other like this, so as if two petals were opening up, or if two butterfly wings were next to each other. And Niti says, just a moment. Niti says, hope you can see my name now. Yes, I do, Niti. Thank you for giving permission to my program. And now, after picking up these 5 beads, I bead through the Delica in the same position towards the right. And I do the same 5 more times. So I pick up Delica, Paisley, quick look at the second hole to make sure that it's open. Round 11, Paisley, Delica. And then I bead through the next Delica in the same position. And Martha says, I'm multitasking. I just put a tail on my candy wing motif, and watching you bead helps my creative thinking about the colors I'm going to use when I bead my zinnia. And how fun, Martha. Actually, I just finished my candy wing today too. My second one was still missing some extras, and I had to tie the thread also, and now it's completely done. I'm super happy with how it turned out, and also I'm super happy to see all the candy wings that you beaded recently. I'm adding now the 4th group. Please, ladies, let me know how it's going. So again, Delica, Paisley, round 11, Paisley, Delica. I bead through the Delica in the same position. And the last group of 5 beads, Delica, Paisley, round 11, Paisley, Delica, and I bead through the Delica in the same position. So this is how it looks like. I'm not 100% comfortable with my colors, but I wanted to try something new. Let's see after I add the pearls on the edge that if I will be happy with it or not. Thank you, Renee. So step 9 was actually adding all the PaisleyDuos and the seed beads around the motif. And step 10 is a repetition nearly identical to the previous thread passes. So, but there is a small difference. So I bead through Delica, Paisley, round 11, Paisley, Delica, but then I bead right away to the next new group of beads without crossing the Delica bead that is holding them. So the two Delica beads next to each other, they will form a sharper V and it will look nicer on the front side. And Renee, the beads that I am using, it's more green in real life and it's called polychrome something. I don't remember now the name of it, but I'm sure you can find it if you look up the polychrome colors in the beading school bead shop. The whole series of the polychromes is very, very beautiful, all the shades, and I like working with them because not only because of this metallic elegant finish, but also because the color is really like long lasting. Niti also likes the paisleys. And Eve says, I always lose count when reinforcing. And if I have the same, especially when I'm at the same time talking and reading comments, but what I can keep an eye on now, that if the two delicas that I'm crossing through are connected to each other already or not. So here, for example, they aren't, so I need to still continue through the next. But of course, it's sometimes exactly the same thread path, so you don't see the difference. And then I would say when you feel like, okay, this is nice and strong, then you are probably good to continue with something else in the next step. So I see that here I already connected the two telecas to each other. So I finish. Okay, I will cross through this group still. And then I finish by beading through the outside hole of a PaisleyDuo. So this is how the back looks like at the moment. Oh, so shiny, the paisleys. And this is how the front looks like. Okay, I'm starting to like this color combination. What do you think about it? I will add some of the pearlescent gray nacre pearls on the edge to make it look more elegant. By the way, the pearlescent finishes from the Preciosa nacre pearls, they are my absolute favorite. And you will accuse me of teasing, but I have to say that if you share my opinion, then don't miss the next Beading School Academy box because there will be a special surprise inside. And let's see what's happening in step 11. And thank you, Lutka, you're so sweet. So now I'm going to add round 15 and 4mm pearls interchangeably. I will always add between the outside holes of the paisleys. I will always add a 4mm nacre pearl where around 11 is located into this bigger gap, and then here into this small gap between the paisleys I will add around 15 only. So where there is around 11 there should be a pearl, and when there are the Delica beads there should be around 15. Antoinette likes these. Rachel says, I love pearls. Antoinette says, I plan to be a member for a long time. Dear Antoinette, thank you so much for saying that. And I plan to make lots of beautiful teams, beautiful and inspiring teams for you ladies, and lots of tutorials and beading knowledge, and prepare lots of tutorials and beading knowledge for you to make this journey valuable. And hi, Bex! Linda says, I love this design. Zuzi did an amazing one again, right? Right? I love it, absolutely. It's also so nice that these days we have so many fellow designers designing No One Has to Bead Alone tutorials for you. I find it also very enriching that I can bead fellow designers' designs, and I always learn something new from it too. So thank you so much, everyone, dear fellow designers, for your contributions. I'm adding around 15 again, a pearl, and the last round 15. Niti would like to have some hints for the team. Dear Niti, I'm not telling more, not saying more, but if you love the pearlescent tones, then you will like the next one too. There is something special coming that I am 100% sure that you haven't seen before. So I finished this step by beading through a 4mm pearl on the edge. The motif is super sturdy. It would also be perfect as an earring. Yay, and this is Yosin. Hi, Yosin. And Sherry says, this is turning out so pretty in the colors of the theme. I'm so happy that you like it, Sherry. And step 12, we are adding a beautiful seed bead edging all around. When Eve says, I am going to pull a Roxy, going to use the third size 15 color. If I like how you put it, I think we should use this terminology to pull a Roxy when there are lots of round 15 seed beads in a motif. So nice that you are that you are like recognizing each of the designer's special tricks. So to add the seed bead edging, let's pick up 7 round 15s first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm connecting the last bead to the round 15 sitting between the PaisleyDuos. To do that, I bead backwards through that round 15. I pull my thread carefully, and then I bead one more time through the last round 15. So I picked up a group of 7, but please note that there are 6 over the paisley, 1 in the middle that is connected to the round 15, and now I will mirror the group of 6 over the paisley. So I pick up 6 instead of 7, and I bead through the next 4mm pearl. And I need to repeat this over and over again until I add an edging all around. And hi Claudia, good to see you. She says, I'm late, love the look of this motif. And Erica says, I need a box with the coral reef colors. Oh, that's a good idea, I think. I also think that we need a coral reef themed box. What do you think, ladies? How would you like it? Oh my god, and Belinda says, I have thought that as I been asking, what would Erica do? What would Roxy do? And Belinda, I hope you could hear us kind of like whispering how we would help. Robin says, the coral themed box would be amazing. Jennifer says, yes, please. Lovely. It's also a great time to share your ideas or like the theme that you really hope that one day would happen. I always love hearing your feedback and your ideas. So if you think that a source of inspiration would be great for an academic box, please let me know. Antoinette also says coral reef would be fantastic. Claudia says Irish. That would be nice, I think. I love Irish music. I used to learn to dance, actually, Irish dance. I didn't get any good, but I enjoyed it a lot. And Eve says, I am impatiently waiting for more Mexico inspiration. Dear Eve, nice of you to mention that. Actually, the blouse that I am wearing today, it is a hand embroidered blouse that I bought in Mexico. And next year, actually, we are going back, and I'm pretty sure that there will be a Mexico inspired theme coming. Rachel says coral reef with pearls. That sounds amazing. Ooh, and Bex says yes to a coral reef theme. I'm imagining beautiful fish. There are so many beautiful and inspiring creatures out there, not only butterflies, so definitely we should explore some more of them. I'm adding now the last groups of seed beads over my paisleys, and that means that we are close to finishing today's No One Has to Bead Alone. I would love to still share some important information with you, so please stay with me, and also please let me know if you have any questions regarding today's motif or something else that came to your mind. Yay! So this is how it looks like. And now the rest is absolutely up to you how you would like to finish it. So you can totally personalize your motifs, make them into earrings, brooches, pendants. I think a necklace out of 3 motifs would be also awesome, maybe with a drop hanging from the middle one. And in the meanwhile, Sarah says, finished, lovely motif, Susie. Thank you so much. I did mine in all white and silver, not Erica's favorites. Gemma is also voting for coral. And Robin says they are beautiful. So I hope that you had lots of fun beading together today. And I would love to, I will put back my hand camera because I would love to show you next week's theme, the design by Vicky that she prepared for you. There you will also need some pearls. Many of you said today that you love working with pearls, so still an opportunity coming. So I made mine into an earring. This is it. I will make myself smaller. You don't need my face that much now. So what I love about Vicky's motif that is triangular, we don't have that many triangular shaped motifs. So, and I made mine into an earring. You will need a 6mm Preciosa nacre pearl as the focal. You will need 6 pieces of PaisleyDuos, also 6 pieces of 4mm Preciosa bicons, 3 pieces of the 4mm pearls, and then seed beads. Round 15 Miyukis and Miyuki Delicas. We will start actually by bezeling the pearl with seed beads, and then the rest is up to you. I added a simple ear wire, and I attached one of my dragonflies. I have 2 precious dragonflies. So I attached one of the dragonflies at the bottom. Many of you wanted to see an example of how to use it. So mine became part of an earring. Corinne says it's pretty. Claudia loves it. Ludka says wonderful. Elaine is suggesting a Japanese theme. That sounds interesting too. So this is what we are going to read next week, Friday, usual time. No one has to bead alone. In 2 weeks' time, we are going to bead another motif from Ruxy, still Sibylla theme, but that's going to be an offline No One Has to Bead Alone, meaning that you can download the PDF tutorial, but we won't have a live video, as we will spend some time with Adam in a cabin in the woods, and I can't promise that I will have good internet connection there. For Coffee Times with Erica, we have one coming up next week, this time on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, because of the 4th of July holiday. in the United States. And I'm super happy. I will be super happy to share with you a Beading School Club success story. So one of our fellow beaders will join me on screen, and she has a surprise for you. So next week it's Wednesday, but then the week after it's actually Monday for a change. Because of the cabin in the woods. I will make sure that the event calendar on the website is right, so you can keep on track, because this will be a little bit modified schedule. So, lovelies, do you have any questions left? I know that many of you were waiting for the 10 times 14 millimeter glass cabochons in oval shape for the together necklace that you can bead in 2 different variations. And I'm super happy to say that they are now back in stock, and we even have 2 new colors waiting for you. So make sure to check out the bead shop. Kristen is asking, when will we see the new team? So not next week during Coffee Time with Erica, we have the Beading School Club success story, but afterwards, I think it's the highest time to see what's inside the next Beading School Academy team box. So, lovelies, thank you so much. Kristen is asking the Monday one. Yes. So, and Cindy is asking, is the Together tutorial available? Yes, it is. It was a gift to everyone who ordered something during the birthday week, but also it is available in the bead shop. And I don't see any more questions now. So I would like to thank you for your company today. I am looking forward to all the beautiful jewels that you are going to bead, and wishing you a beautiful, creative weekend. I'm going to post still the information about Hannah and her project. And thank you so much, everyone who considers donating so they can buy new bikes or new accessories, at least, to somehow continue. Thank you, ladies. Bye bye.